We begin with security matters where several people were killed and many others abducted on Friday evening when armed bandits ambushed commuters along the Mayanchi Anka Road in Zamfara State. Eyewitnesses described the assailants as heavily armed and operating without restraint during the attack, which threw the area into chaos. One of the survivors, Ahmad, confirmed that his colleague, Abubakar Sardauna, was among those killed. The incident is the latest in a series of violent attacks that have plagued Zamfara and other parts of northwestern Nigeria, despite ongoing military operations in the region. 3 months ago, 35 kidnapped victims from Banga village, Kaura-Namoda in Zamfara.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
All right, so what intelligence gaps do you believe contributed to the recent ambush and mass abductions?
The locals and the security agencies in Mayanchi and Anka Road have not gathered any security intelligence before the abduction and also subsequent killings of innocent citizens flying on the road. Because Gusau, Mayanchi, Anka Road is a federal highway. And motorists are flying the road from Sokoto, from Kaduna, from Kano, and other part of the northern state, including the southern part of the country. It's a major and busy road. So, and Mayanchi Anka is one of the local government where the armed bandits in the rural communities uphold that rural communities hostage. If you can remember, if I can refresh your memory, it's along that road, one of the notorious armed bandit kingpin was neutralized, Halilu Sububu, last year, September last year. So it is one of the route and the major route of armed bandit in Zamfara State, because Mayanchi and Anka, Bagega, Gidan Kano, and other part of the state have a very deep forest. So that is why, and armed bandits were patrolling around those axes. And it is connected with also Maradun forest and the Bakura forest. So these are some of the lapses in terms of the intelligence gathering by the locals and even by the security agencies.
All right. How would you assess the effectiveness of intelligence sharing between federal forces, local vigilantes, and community leaders, especially when we take a deep look into Nigeria's plethora of security challenges?
You see, most of the intelligence gathering are being shared to action agencies, but the action agencies are not doing the needful. The Department of State Security Service and also the Department of CIB, that is a Criminal Investigation Bureau, and even the local community and the traditional rulers sometimes issue out intelligence gathering to the action agencies. But most of the action agencies will not say until they got order from the above or from their superior officers. And if the security agencies like the Department of State Security Service and the locals have issued out or share out intelligence report, and the action agencies, that is the military and other joint task force, fail to act within the shortest period of time. So it means there is no synergy between the sister agencies in the fight against this armed banditry. So these are some of the lapses, of the lacuna in this fight against armed banditry and other criminal elements in Zamfara State. If you could remember, the governor of the state have cried out that using his remote sensor and some technology, environmental remote sensing technology, he used to share out intelligence gathering security agencies on the movement of the bandit where they want to go and launch attack. But the action agencies will say their hands are tied unless and until they get order from the higher command in Abuja. We thank God the Chief of Defense Staff have now said the sector commanders, brigade commander, platoon commander should not wait for an order from Abuja before they strike on these criminals when they are to launch attacks. So these are some of the problems and the gaps.
All right, so looking at the mass killings and abductions that have been happening within Zamfara, what needs to be done to prevent such high levels of insecurity? Do we need to start looking into policy shifts? What do you think can be done to curb it, at least to its barest minimum?
Yeah, there are some factors that we can use as a remedy in curtailing the issue of armed banditry related cases. There are two ways, kinetic and non-kinetic approach. There should be a total military offensive in the height out of this armed bandit using technology, drone surveillance and attacking drones and jet fighters and the ground troops, and also applying non-kinetic approach. There should be a de-radicalization, rehabilitation, and integration and disarmament of this armed bandit through non-kinetic approach. You have to go deeply into what is the root cause of this armed banditry. That is poverty, forest border, smuggling of small and lighter arms into the land border, and lack of education, weak infrastructure, weak judicial system, and corruption in the system. So if you are to address this thing drastically, the issue of this armed banditry will be a history. So there should be a political will on the part of the federal government and on the part of the state government at all levels. And lastly, the politicians in Zamfara State and other neighboring states should stop politicizing this insecurity, because the politicizing of the insecurity ahead of 2027 election is one of the burning points which has been eating the fight against this armed banditry. There is a political undertone in what is happening in Zamfara State. So the politicians, both the ruling party and the opposition, should stop using insecurity as a yardstick for political campaign or for election campaign. All hands must be on deck. All the political parties in Zamfara State should submit themselves to one discussion, one table to discuss how to solve this problem once and for all. Armed bandit does not identify a member of APC, PDP. So armed bandit is criminality in the state.
All right, thank you very much. That was former Chairman Zamfara Committee on Prosecution of Bandits, Abdullahi Shinkafi. Thank you so much for your comments on this very situation. Insecurity is a major issue in Nigeria and has stood as a stumbling block in terms of development.